seat. I love that song. Such an oldie. I don't know what year it came out, but I love it. Our next phase is our inspirational message, and it comes from a dear friend of ours. Has always helped and be present with the church. An amazing healer, medium, teacher, mentor. If you don't know yet, he's doing a red light seance today after the service. It starts at 12 for 2 hours, from 12 to 2. I think everybody knows him. He comes all the way from Casadega. Reverend Dr. Louis Gates. Everyone.
Morning, everyone. So, I want to talk about today was, I want you to envision yourself as your own personal radio station. Kind of visualize the call letters, the whole vibration of your personal radio station that's broadcasting 24/7. And we do that constantly throughout our lives. We're broadcasting constantly into the universe. Everything that we want, everything we accept in our lives is being broadcast every day. And years ago, when my father used to say, "Where two or more are gathered, there I am." I always thought as a child that was because we were trying to gather somebody else with us, sit with us, so there were two or more gathered. But I understood in the spiritual work, where two or more gathered means your higher self and your physical self are gathered together, there I am. When we bring both those hemispheres together and allow ourselves to focus, quiet the monkey brain, all that chatter that goes on in the back. It's that radio program that plays that we really don't want to listen to, that's there in our head. And what we have to do is do the affirmations, do the connections in our lives of how we propel and work with spirit. I always liked the 5 agreements. There's 4, then he added 1 more to the agreements of where we are. And it says to be impeccable with your word, but it's kind of like people get that kind of wrong, trying to speak to people. It's what you're saying to people. It's not really what you're saying to people, because it's what you're saying to yourself. What you're communicating with your own being, your own vibration within your life, what you're telling yourself, what you're explaining to you as you walk this journey. A lot of times we think things, we have things, and who am I? But we have to realize that we can always adjust the view that we have in front of us, just what we are seeing in our lives. If we take everything in our life, everything that happened, everybody that comes in our life, take it personally, then we have to realize that not everybody in this world is going to love you. Not everybody loves Lou, but I don't care. I'm okay. I'm okay with that, because I believe that I do the best I can. The best I can. That's all I can do. It's all that can be asked of me, to do the best I can. And when we make assumptions that somebody might think something, oh my God, they're thinking bad things about me, we're assuming that they're saying something bad about us. But if we allow ourselves just to not let it bother us, and that's hard, that's awful hard in this life, because we just want to go over and snatch them. We just want to grab them, but we have to calm ourselves, allow ourselves just to say, we used to have a lady many years ago. I had told all this morning about a podcast. We had another lady years ago. She had a podcast about the seance room in Casadega, and she was collecting candles from the seance room. Well, we don't burn candles in the seance room. So I contacted her and said, "Hey, there's no candles." And the big letters came back and says, "Be gone with you, sir." So, needless to say, there was, but I allowed her to do what she wanted to do. It didn't bother me. "Be gone with you, sir." Okay. But if we do but if we do our best, if we do our best in our lives, that's all that can be asked of us. Because some of us, we're getting older, different things are happening in our lives. So we're going to do the best we can for us. What we can do for us. Do your best. And then be skeptical of situations. I mean, we have books and we have all kinds of stuff on spirituality. You don't have to take everything from the book. Read the book, take what you feel from that vibration, and the rest of it, leave it on the path for somebody else to gather with it. You don't have to store everything in your vibration. Everything that you, oh my God, I got to read that, oh, I got to do this. You get psychic overload. You kind of just set everything in motion and you don't move. There's too much stuff to get you actually moving forward. I have cards in the back today about healing prayers and things for protection, for mediumship, and also the Ho'oponopono prayer for Ho'oponopono. It's I love you, forgive me, thank you, and forgive me. But these are things we say in the vibration, and people get all upset when they say I'm sorry. And saying I'm sorry to the universe is because you are responsible for everything. We don't want to say that. We don't feel like we're responsible for everything, but we are. We're responsible for everything that we have gathered within the universe around us. We're responsible for it. So we ask, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Even though you're just saying it to the universe, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Forgive me is to give up. It's not a bad thing. It's like just to give up. Give it up. Let it go. Every one of you here today has attracted somebody in your life that ran out of their prescription and they didn't take their lithium. Everybody has run into people like that. And they haven't quite centered themselves. So if we just forgive them, instead of holding it personally in our lives and saying, oh my God, that person bothered me, let it go. It's only today. It's only what we're doing today, what's going on right now in our lives. It's not what happened in the past. It's not going to bother. You're not going to go back and change it. You're not going to fix it. It is what it is. It's happened. It's what it is. And you move forward in the vibration. But forgive yourself and it means to remember you remove from step as you ask for forgiveness. Thank you. And thank you. People get that kind of wrong when they do the Ho'oponopono prayer. You're thanking God for everything. Your house, clothes you have on, money in your life, your relationships, everything. You thank Spirit for everything that is within your being. The air you breathe, the food you eat, you thank God for everything. When I'm a Reiki master, so when I eat, when I have my dinner, I do a Reiki blessing and a Reiki prayer over my food every time I eat. So I bless the food, I bless it, I thank Spirit for the food that I am actually putting into my body. And a lot of people say, well, I don't pray anymore, I don't do that anymore. But send a blessing to what you're placing in your body. Put a blessing on it, put a blessing on it. Put a blessing over yourself. Bless yourself. Even though you've had some stuff happen, sometimes we just have to realize that if you had that happen in your life, you actually brought it. No, I didn't do that. Yes, you did. It's what our thinking is, that subconscious and our physical thinking is. It's what we're coming to contact with. And it took me years to figure that out. I used to go to work when Marie got sick and I was working 3 jobs to pay off hospital bills. And I would leave and the people around my housing development, their cars were in the parking lot. And I come home and the cars were still there. And I kept saying to myself, I'm doing something wrong here. I'm working 3 jobs and these people don't even leave their house. There's something going on here. So I started talking to my guides, go, wait a second. So then I started moving. I left one job, then left the other job, went down to one job, then I went down to running my own business. But it was the question is I was so focused on holding on to those 3 jobs, I wasn't seeing the whole picture of where I was. It's by getting quiet. If you're having if you're thinking of your radio station in your life, every once in a while you got to go meet with the people who are running the radio station. Have a sit-down meeting with yourself. Have a sit-down conversation with your being. Talk to yourself. Don't be afraid to tell yourself off. Oh, no, we're not doing that. The vibration is you have to realize that spirit is there to help you. When we speak to guides, spirit teachers, guides on the spirit side of life, there's nobody over there that hates you. They don't dislike you. They just want to work with you. You're that channel for spirit, that conduit, that channel for spirit. If you allow yourself just to be that channel, then you're allowing the energy to go through you to other people. Same as a healer, same as a medium, you're allowing that energy to move through you as a channel. It's when you question the energy moving through your being, you're trying to question the whole vibration, then you stop the flow of the energy. You stop it. If you have to question and do all this stuff with it, if you want to try to be in control, then you might have trouble with spirituality. You cannot have control over how spirit works with you. You can direct a little bit, you can try to point, but they will move into your life as things are supposed to happen throughout your life. It's never the destination, it's a journey to that space you're going. It's always a journey. It always is that. When you say I love you, you're saying I love you to your body, the air. I love everything around me. And really feel it. Really understand that you really do love that. If you want prosperity and money in your life, then focus your intent on what you would like to receive. Don't just leave it out to guides. Guides will drop a quarter back there next to your chair for you have money. Ask your guides what, and then look for the repetition that is going on in your life. What is Spirit trying to show you as you walk your day? Sometimes they'll just hand you the money. Sometimes we got to play 25 questions to get to it. But they will try to show us how we can maneuver ourselves to where the money is. Same thing with relationships. Some people need to let relationships go. Bless you. If you're looking for a relationship, stop. Take a breath. Get a glass of wine. Put your feet up. Relax. The universe will propel the vibration towards you when you need it. I have a lady the other day that was in, she's on 25 date sites, 25 of them, trying to find the right person for her. And she said, I can't find anybody. I said, why don't you just relax? Allow Spirit to work with you. Allow them to direct you to where you're going to meet this individual. You're focusing and never seeing the path. You're not seeing the path. And we look at things, we don't see the path. We only see that I want, not because the path has to open up for us. Allow the path to open, especially when you're looking for some way to share your life, some way to be part of your life. If you want your children in your life to always tell people, if your parents don't talk to you, there's plenty of grandparents at the nursing home that'd be glad to talk to you. You have no kids? There's plenty of kids out there that love to talk to you. Don't allow yourself to get so fixated and crazy in your life about how things are supposed to work. Oh, my kids need to call me. Well, if you keep focusing on it, you just keep pushing it further down the road. That's all you do. Push it. Instead of having your kids call you today, you might push it for another 2 years. Then try to figure out why your kids haven't called you. Maybe that inner voice in your life is a little negative. Your kids have moved away from it. So you have to realize that work on you, get quiet, get patient with yourself, work on you, and as you work on yourself, you allow that positive energy to radiate around you. We have a lady in camp that she is so negative that she looks like Pigpen walking all around the camp. All this energy just flying. Every time she's just like, bah, bah, bah. And she asked me today, she said, why don't people like me? Well, we don't dislike you. We're just scared of you. We don't dislike you. We're just scared of you because all that energy coming towards us, all that stuff maneuvering in our body, and she's thinking that it's everybody else's fault, not hers. She's just perfect. And that's when we have to realize is when we have a sit-down discussion with our guides or the person running the radio station. Allow them to say, okay, this is what I want. I want this. I'd love to have this. And when you ask for things, make sure you can be able to accept it, be able to accept the vibrations you're asking for. Accept it. Be able to. If that inner voice and that inner voice in your vibration says, oh my God, I'll never get that. Oh, I'm always sick. I'll never get well. Blah, 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 blah. No, you have to quiet that. You have to quiet that voice from telling you, oh my God, it's going to be negative today. Create your day, create your existence, create your vibration, create who you are. As spiritualists, we read principles, we read all those, but the principles are not set in stone for you to say, oh my God, I got to adhere to every word of these principles. It's the words of the principles are what you believe they mean to you. What do they mean to you when you read the principles? What does it mean to you? Not because it means something to me. I might read a book and I get something out of it. You read the same chapter, the same verse, the same vibration that I read. You go, oh, no, doesn't mean that to me. No. You're going to get something different from the vibration. I think I've said it before. My mother used to do readings years ago. And she used to do readings from the King James version of the Bible. She didn't like the other versions because they were like, New Age version of the Bible, everything else. No, she wanted the King James version. That's what she wanted. And she'd give you the Bible. She'd say, turn to 3 pages in here and point to something. And you'd point. And out of those 3 things that you pointed to, she would tell you about your life. She'd use that King James version as her conduit to talk to people. Because we lived right in the Bible buckle. Not the belt, the buckle. So having the Bible actually got her into places where if she just walked in with her great big crystal and a great big smudge pot, she probably wouldn't have got into the place. But with the Bible, she got in. And sometimes we have to use things in vibration to kind of move into the situation, to allow ourselves to get into the vibration, and then see where we're at that point. Allow yourself to move forward. That is the question. Always move forward. Sometimes we're stopped on the path and when we're stopped on the path, it's not because you're supposed to lay down. You're supposed to look, supposed to watch, supposed to see what's showing up around you. What is your guides trying to show you? It's all synchronicity. It's all repetition, synchronicity in our lives. That's all mediumship and stuff is. It's the energy, the vibration, the synchronicity of situations of spirit working with you. If you allow yourself to realize that things are happening every single day to try to get your attention. Every day. Your vibration is a lot like a street corner in New York. Everybody's running out from the corner trying to sell you something. Watch this. My God, look what I got. I got to watch it. I got stuff. Everybody's trying to sell you something every moment of every day from the spirit world. is what you latch on to, is what you say, oh my God, I like that. Especially if it keeps moving in the vibration for you. If it keeps showing up. If it's still there a week from now, it means your guides really want you to look at it. When we say the healing prayer in this church, the only part I really understand massively in the vibration is I will do my part. I will do my part to be healthy. I will do my part. Sure, I can trust God and the angels to send all the healing energy into my being, but I still have to do my part to make the healing work. I had a lady the other day in my office, standing in my office. She must have gone 450 pounds. She had a 7-Eleven Big Gulp, about the size of this podium. She was drinking on it. She goes, I don't know if I'll ever get healthy. And I'm going, what's in that thing? She goes, Mountain Dew. I said, oh, jeez. She said, well, I can't give that up. I got to have that Big Gulp. Oh, jeez. So sometimes we have to realize that we have to allow ourselves to let things go. They've traveled with us long enough in our lives. Let them go. Because if you don't, it just starts to clutter things in the vibration. It blocks the channel. You have too much debris in the vibration, and you can't find your way out of the room. Most of us in this lifetime are walking around a darkened room, feeling around on the wall for the light switch. We know the wall's there. We know we're walking around this dark room, and we're feeling for the switch to turn the lights on. And that's what spiritualism is. It's like this whole thing as we get into this religion. First of all, we think most spiritualists are crazy. Like, oh my God, what kind of place did I get into? But then we start meditating. We start getting in contact with ourselves. So we get away from our upbringing, the religious situation we were brought up into. We start seeing there's a different way, a different vibration to get to where we need to be. So we start to move closer and closer to the light switch that we get to turn on in our lives. But you don't want the room packed with junk, totally packed with stuff. That's why you have those sit-down moments with your guides. You have those moments that you sit down and say, no, I don't accept this anymore. I do not accept this. A guide told me many years ago, think so strongly that your body has no other option but to comply. Think that so strongly, and have a situation in your life so strongly, so intentional, that your body has no other option but to comply. And that's just by training yourself, by looking at the symbols, the vibration. Most of you, probably in this room, a lot of you are clairsentients. You sense spirit. You feel spirit. You get symbols. Things will appear in your vibration. We call that your psychic alphabet. Once you understand what your psychic alphabet means, then you have a good way of kind of reading what Spirit's trying to tell you. You don't want to have a whole 25 books going, oh, I don't believe that, oh, I don't believe. First thought, first impression. What did that symbol mean to you? You can ask me, you can ask anybody here, say, oh, I got a symbol, what's it mean? And it'll mean something to us. It might not mean the exact same thing to you. So remember, when you see a symbol, what does it mean to you? What does it convey to you? I taught a class, mediumship class the other night. When your relatives show up in your vibration, there's a reason why. If you're reading somebody else, there's a reason why your relatives have showed up. Your relatives either look like their relatives, their name is like their relatives. There's something your relative did that matches their relative. Because your relative will show up and you can talk to your relative and say, I have an uncle here and his name's Al. Oh, my Uncle Al's in spirit. Well, my Uncle Al's here next to me, but he's coming to convey to me the message that your uncle would love to give you. So if you get family members in your vibration, they are not guides. They're there to help you, encourage you, and bless you on the path. Mediumship is a journey, but a journey is that you take whatever step you need in your mediumship skills to get you to where you need to be. You need to do automatic writing, God bless, do automatic writing. You be the best. Think so strongly on what you're going to do. Your body and mind has nothing other than to comply. Be the best healer. Be the best you can be at being a healer. Be the best you can be at being a medium. Be the best you can be. That you personally can be for you. You're not going to be like anybody else. You're going to be your vibration of how you propel spirit. But that signal is going out from us every single day, every moment of every day, to individuals, to the universe, to everything around us. And if you're not collecting what you feel like you personally need in your life, sit and be quiet. Have a glass of wine. Put your feet up. Listen to some music. Just relax and allow the picture show to readjust itself. Don't keep forcing yourself down a path that doesn't work. Most people, everybody in this room can speak to spirit. Everybody can. It's how much energy you place into it that you want to do. A lady today says, "Oh, I'm a medium, but I don't want to see dead people." Oh, they're not going to come in my room, are they? Whew. I don't want them near me. Whew. No. I said, what do you want to be a medium for, though? They're coming. I mean, they're coming. The same thing with healers. They go, oh my God, I don't want to touch anybody. Do I have to touch them? No. Oh no, I don't want to touch them. Well, what do you want to be a healer for? If you don't want to touch the energy field, if you don't want to have spirits sitting with you, make sure you want, because once you open the door, I don't care if you just crack the door and say, ooh, I just want to look in just for a moment. Once you crack the door, there's 50, 60 people on the other side just rushing through, like, okay, party. So they're rushing through. So once we crack the door, they're there. Then I explain to people when I do this, is make sure that you set rules with your spirits. Spirits are not in control of your physical being. Set rules. They don't wake you up at 3 o'clock. They don't do this. They don't do that. With this. Have things that you tell your spirits that we can do this, but we're not going to do that. Don't do that. If spirit does something in your vibration you don't personally like, tell them. Don't be afraid to tell them that you don't like that. I do not like what you're doing. Because if you don't, they think you do. And they'll keep doing it. They'll keep doing the same thing over and over again until you get very discouraged. Go, my God, why are they doing this? Because you haven't told them to stop. And if you allow it to go on long enough, then it becomes a habit. Becomes a habit. Then you're there. But it's when we do the agreements, when we do the Ho'oponopono prayer, or if we do a psychic prayer, it doesn't matter. As a psychic prayer is, I am soul, I am light divine, I am love, I am will, I am fixed design. It's out of an old psychic healing book that I really like. I like that verse. I don't remember what the book said, but I like that verse. Mm-hmm. I'm soul, I am light divine, I am love, I am will, I am fixed design. I always loved that. I love that verse. Might not remember what was in the book, but that stood out to me. So I kept that and put that in my little there. But we have to realize that what we're putting back here, do we really want it? Do we really need it? Maybe we've moved past that part of the vibration. We don't need it anymore. It's just not something we need to collect. Lay it out next to us. Lay it out next somewhere. Let somebody else that needs it at this point in their life to pick it up. Let them pick it up. And you move on to something new. Because moving to something new regenerates your vibration in your life. Keeps you healthy. Keeps you balanced. Keeps you in tune with the spirits in the spirit world. I've the whole vibration with spirit is connecting to you. That's what it was always meant to be. Back when the Fox sisters did the table tipping and they did the raps and taps and did all this stuff, found the peddler, all this stuff, mediumship was supposed to be for you. For you to connect to your guides. And it takes work, it takes this connection to work. But back in the day, people used to sit for hours to get a message from the spirit world. I can't get people to sit for 25 minutes in a class. But people used to sit for hours just to get a small message from the spirit world. Back then we didn't have TV, we didn't have television set. I'm not that old. I had TV, small box. I had TV. but people didn't have the phones, they didn't have this, they didn't have that, and they weren't so busy in their life. People could sit and listen for spirit. So take a moment in your life, no matter what you're doing, a moment in your life to sit and converse with spirit. One moment, just as long as you feel comfortable to sit and have that quiet moment with spirit, and go about your day. Take a moment. When you first get up, when you're taking your daily walk, when you're sitting in your car before you go to work, whatever moment that you feel is good for you, take that moment to converse with your guides. Thank them for being there. No matter if you see them or not, it doesn't matter. Thank them for being here. Thank them for helping you. Say blessings over your being every single day. No matter what's going on in your life. I had a lady said, "Oh, Louis, I'm so sick. I'm so sick. The doctor gave me bad news. I'm so sick." I said, "Dear, listen to me. Are you still breathing?" She said, "Oh, yes, I am." So I said, "Be thankful for that, dear." Do you have money in your pocketbook? "Oh, yes, I do." I said, "Be thankful for that." "Well, I don't have a relationship." "Well, you might be thankful for that." Be thankful for what's going on in your life. Be thankful for what's going on, because if you're just focused on a negative part of the vibration, you'll never see the positive part of it. It's only the negative. You'll only feed into the negative situation, and that will just grow and grow and grow and grow. Grow and grow. Because if you realize that, in here, there was a farmer one time, and he fell off the tractor. He broke his arm. His wife Ethel came out and found him. Called the ambulance, got him to the hospital. He's in bed. He's in the hospital bed. Ethel's sitting next to him. Said, "Ethel, when I fell off the roof, you were there. When I got hit by that bull, you were there. I just fell off that tractor, Ethel, and you were there. You're bad luck." So if we look at things as being bad luck all the time, then we realize that now we're actually propelling that bad luck into our lives. It's that positive outlook of something in your life. Be thankful for the breath, the food that you have on the table, the gas in your car. What do you have? What do you have that you need to be thankful for? You had money to buy gas. We need to take out a second mortgage on a house now, but we got money to buy gas. But we had money to buy gas. You have a car, you have a home. What are you thankful for? The rest of it can be moved, it can be changed. Pray that some people in your life win the lottery and move away. That way you won't have to bother with them. They're off somewhere else, bothering somebody else. We just say that in Casadega. If they're not after me, it means if they're after me, that means they're giving the rest of the people here a reprieve. So the question here is always know that we bring ourselves to that motion in our lives that we are there. Wherever you are today is what you're broadcasting out into the spirit world and into the physical world, what you're broadcasting today. So, whatever you're broadcasting today, ask yourself, should I be broadcasting that? Is that going to be something I need to live with? If not, change the programming that you're doing that. And that's through affirmations, that's for saying the Ho'oponopono prayer, that's for doing the agreements, that's for doing the healing prayer we have here. Whatever you're doing, do that. change the programming that you're putting out into the world. And you'll notice that you'll start to receive miracles in your life. Miracles will happen. Things will just happen in the vibration. If you just allow yourself to change the programming. That is the question. Change that. Because I have people come to me and they go, Louis, I want you to help me. Oh, well, aren't you helping yourself? Oh, I don't know how to do that. No, just quiet yourself. I can bring you in contact with spirit, but spirit's over there. They're dead. They're in the spirit world. They can't help you with what you're thinking right now. They can only bring things in your life for you to look at and to bring into your life. Synchronicity. So if you're not looking, you've got your head down, and you're not building with anything, they can't really quite help you until you eventually just stop. And sometimes they'll knock you off your feet, and you'll go, oh my God, why is this happening to me? Because Spirit finally said, that's it. You don't want to stop? We'll stop you. And then you're laid up for a while, and you're going, oh, this is crazy. And then all of a sudden, you have this whole vibration. About a couple of months ago, I was working with a pressure washer, and I laid my whole arm open all the way through here. Laid it open about this wide, about that deep, all the way through my arm. And I was trying to call my wife. She wasn't around. I said, here I am. I'm going to die right here in the driveway. Nobody's going to find me. So I finally called 911. They came, got me to the hospital. But then it was Spiritualist saying, you better slow down. So I understood that. So, you could do something very much better than that, dear. Could you not do that? So the question is understanding that Spirit will guide you. They will help you. If you don't listen and you keep not listening to them, they will stop you. They'll knock your feet out from underneath you. They'll do different things to your vibration, and you'll go, well, I don't like that. But Spirit, you'll go, and make sure that you understand where you're at. And Spirit loves you. Everybody there loves you. You might have a few relatives of people of Spirit that are a little gnarly, a little crazy, but they're not going to bother you because you have enough guides in your vibration to protect you. So allow the protection in your vibration, and you'll do quite well. And I want to thank you.
Hopefully everything makes sense. We can't simplify it any better than this. Okay? Honestly.